any process to change the charter must be done in a transparent manner and not cut corners.
Dapat samantalahin ng Kongreso ang malaking pagnanasa ngayon ng publiko sa pagbabago para isulong ang charter change. Naniniwala si UP College of Law Associate Dean Paulo Tamase na sa gitna na nagpapatuloy na kontrobersya sa maanumalyang flood control projects ng pamahalaan, malaki ang interes ng publikong pag-usapan ang issue ng konstitusyon. Ilang beses nang tinangka ng Kamara sa loob ng ilang Kongreso na maipasa ang panukalang charter change pero hindi lumulusot sa Senado. Ginawa ni Attorney Tamase ang pahayag sa public consultation ng House Committee on Constitutional Amendments sa mga panukalang batas na naglalayong baguhin ang 1987 Philippine Constitution. Ngunit ayon kay Dean Tamase, dapat lang tiyaking bukas ang proseso sa publiko.
In the sense that the people, because of the flood control issue, have come to the realization that if the failure is systemic, then maybe the system needs changing. So that openness, that transparent process is necessary, whichever mode may be chosen by the committee and by the houses eventually.
Kabilang sa mga isinusulong na panukala para baguhin ang saligang batas ay ang pagluluwag sa economic provisions ng 1987 Philippine Constitution. Sinang-ayunan ito ng mga dumalo mula sa pribadong sektor.
First is the exploration, development, and utilization of natural resources. Second is the operation of public utilities. Third is the operation and ownership of educational institutions. And fourth is the ownership and management of mass media institutions.
Binigyang diin naman ng mga ahensya ng pamahalaan na bagaman makatutulong ang pagluluwag sa economic provisions ng saligang batas, hindi ito ang tanging solusyon para maging mabilis at tuloy-tuloy ang pag-unlad ng ating ekonomiya.
No, and amending economic provisions enables the country to adapt to current and future socioeconomic conditions. However, DepDep notes that lifting the foreign investment participation alone will not solve the country's position in attracting strategic foreign equity, but it is just one of the factors that need to be addressed.
We also want to note that the 2023 OECD data with regard to restrictiveness of regulatory FDI Regulatory Restrictiveness Index puts the Philippines second to the most restrictive in ASEAN. So that's after Lao. Additionally, we wanted to note that foreign direct investments to spur for FDI, it's not just limited to the regulatory reform or liberalizing it. There are other factors such as ease of doing business, good governance that require a review for the country's overall attractiveness.
Muli namang tinutulan ng isa sa mga nagbalangkas ng 1987 Constitution ang panukalang amyendahan ng saligang batas. Giit ng law expert na si Attorney Christian Monsod, ang Philippine Development Plan ang dapat baguhin.
It is not the Constitution that needs revision. Maybe the Philippine Development Plan needs a revision in addition. It has good programs on addressing growth and poverty, and it's correct in not proposing charter change. But it has no programs to address the social, economic, and political inequalities of a feudalistic society of political dynasties in all of its 400 pages. Perhaps it is against the interest of those in power. Social justice does not appear in big terms in the 8th socio-economic agenda of President Bongbong Marcos.
Samantala, binanggit naman ng ilang dumalo sa konsultasyon ng House panel ang pagsuporta nila sa pagkakaroon ng parliamentary system ng pamahalaan.
Kabilang narito si dating Associate Justice ng Supreme Court, Antonio Carpio. Sa parliamentary form ng pamahalaan, ang Prime Minister ang tumatayong leader ng gobyerno at lehislatura. Ang Parliament ang nagtatalaga sa Prime Minister at maaaring mapatalsik sa pamamagitan ng vote of no confidence.
I am for a shift to a parliamentary system because the present presidential system is just too impractical already. to run for president, you need at least 5 billion pesos. And to generate this amount of campaign funds, you will have to promise everything to your supporters. You will make commitments. So on day one of your presidency, you will be hamstrung, you will be tied down with these commitments. So I think we can avoid that through a parliamentary system.
The parliamentary system is one that holds government constantly to account to the representatives of the people. The fact that the Prime Minister and his ministers sit in Parliament and must respond to questions and challenges that arise not only from across the floor, but from backbenchers as well, convinces me that the parliamentary system is one that allows for a constant check on government.
Kabilang di sa isinusulong sa Kamara ang pagkakaroon ng Constitutional Convention o CONCON, isang paraan para maamyendahan ang saligang batas. Sa ilalim nito, ihahalal ang mga delegadong mangunguna sa pagbabago ng konstitusyon. Rosa Licoz, UNTV News and Rescue. Diyos ang aming sandigan, serbisyo publiko ang aming pinahahalagahan.